So we're in Nando's. I have registered to compete, and I've also had my first coat of tan applied. What's going on YouTube, it's Jason and welcome to Peak Week. In this video, I'll be showing you the days leading up until my show, as well as show day itself. So I'm on day 3 currently of my carb drop. Monday was a conservative drop at about 175, and Tuesday till Friday evening is going to be the aggressive drop, where we cap out at about 100 grams max. Maybe even as low as 70-80 grams some days. What I'm going to do is do the full routine, my posing routine, on the Friday once I carb up, and then I'll also show you a condition update then as well, because then I'll be one day out. I'll also weigh myself Friday morning, just so you can see the difference between a depleted weight and a show weight the next day. Just on my way to meet Rebecca for a coffee. I will be having a green tea with no bakes. Where was I? Yes, carb manipulation. So I'll be dropping carbs until Friday evening. I also forgot to add that I will also be increasing my water intake. So normally I do 3 liters of water per day. I will now be doing just over 5 liters of water per day, all the way through up until show. A lot of people speak about dropping their water intake and being tighter, but when you look into the science, carbohydrates to be transported around the body need water. In terms of sodium, I'm not going to change much throughout the week. Friday evening, when I start loading my carbohydrates, then I'll bump up my sodium as well. So yeah, that's the plan. I definitely have my work cut out, but you got to do what you got to do. Morning. So we are 2 days out from competition. Yesterday we hit just under 80 grams of carbs, and we are going to push even further today. Today I'm going to be aiming for somewhere around 50 grams, which for me, I can't describe it to you, is just punishment. Even 100 grams for me seems very low. I did my HIIT session yesterday. I'm still doing 20,000 steps. I'm going to repeat that again today and judge my condition tomorrow. Later on today, I have a corporate wellness class with a bunch of middle-aged ladies. I don't know how I'm going to fare. The carbs are so low, I am ratty. But what I'll do throughout the day, and this is the blessing of being self-employed and working for yourself, I'm going to do a lot of sleeping, to be honest. I'm going to do my steps. Anything outside that, I'm going to conserve energy as much as possible. Let's get on with the day. Just watch that video back. My legs look absolutely non-existent. These shorts are killing me. I promise you, my legs are still there. So yeah, although they won't be judged on stage, I just thought I'd clarify we have not been skipping leg day. Let's get on with the day. Just finished my walk. We are on 14,000 steps already, and it's only 12 o'clock. So I'm more than on course to hit my 20,000 steps by the end of the day. Usually my session with the middle-aged ladies is around 3,000 steps, and then my gym session is another 3,000 steps. Because carbs are depleted, my next meal is natural yogurt and protein, a protein scoop, and I'm really looking forward to that, like I would normally when I have dessert, which is really odd, but when you're scraping the barrel with carbs, that's kind of what it is. So Friday morning weigh-in is 79.1, so just over 2 kilos down from last week, or not even last week, Monday, right? I have been digging and depleting. This is the lowest my weight will be, and now I'm going to carb up, and I expect to gain about 1 kilo to 1.5 kilos at least. Let's do a quick flex physique update. So as you can see, tightening up around the midsection. Let's measure my waist. So 29.25, 0.25 down from Monday. Not bad going for what, 5 days? I want to bring you in a little bit closer so you can see my conditioning when I pose. So bear in mind, this is not final form. On show day, I'm going to have more carbs in me and I'm going to be pumped up. So I want to look a lot fuller and tighter. So there we have it, guys. Now to carb up and fill out my muscles. Bear in mind that the food choices I'm making today, they're not a binge. I'm not eating for health. I'm eating purely for aesthetic to pump out my muscles. So we're going to start the day with simple carbohydrates, Rice Krispies, pancakes, stuff like that. And then we'll start to do more slow releasing carbs. Well, slightly more slow releasing carbs towards the end of the day. Let's go. So I started my refeed day with 120 grams of Rice Krispies, or around 4 normal bowls. Then I had 6 maple syrup flavored pancakes with blueberries. These were delightful. Next it was pesto pasta with chicken and kale and plenty of salt. I had around half a pack of pasta. Then on my way to the show, I had some lightly salted tortilla chips. These are my favorite. So we're in Nando's. I've registered to compete and I've also had my first coat of tan applied. I got the chicken butterfly, peri peri chips and broccoli. I got the peri peri chips because of the salt. So I want to wolf this down, continue to drink water until I go to bed, and then I should be drier and more full tomorrow. So refeed largely done. Now it's time for a full body pump, just to get the blood around the body and also get the carbs moving into the muscles. I want to see here if I can get a pump. It's very important. Otherwise, I might need more carbs before tomorrow. Let's start with our dips. So again here, we're looking to not go to failure. Nice and smooth. Morning, so it's show day and we are ready to rock. So I've had my first layer of tan done. The sheets are covered in tan. I have my top up coat in about 3 hours. This time the show is in the morning rather than the afternoon. So we need to head down to breakfast, make sure we get those carbs in and fill out just before the show. Let's go get them. So we're at breakfast. I've gone for 2 types of eggs, so scrambled and also fried. I want to go for just the whites of the fried because I'm feeling a little bit bloated. I need to be able to obviously like hold my stomach in and tense my abs, so I don't want to be too bloated, and I think the yolks might do that. I've gone for hash browns, again more carbs, and simple carbs in the form of pancakes, and then a little bit of vegetables, tomatoes or fruit, whatever it is, but I don't want too much fiber because again, if I'm doing too much digestion, I'm not going to be tight on stage. The last thing, key piece of the puzzle, is salt. This is not about health at the moment. This is all about filling out and making sure that I have enough sodium to draw in the water and the carbs and fill out the muscle. salty. For some strange reason, when recording this clip, we filmed in slow-mo without sound. Anyways, I had my favorite pre-show meal, which was sushi with plenty of soy sauce. It was absolutely delightful. Then it was showtime. In terms of structure, it was only me and another guy in my class. A 2-person class. What is the point in that? It's so ridiculous. Anyways, they put us up against each other, so this was our front and back pose. I was pretty happy with what I brought to the stage. There was definitely an improvement on last year. Then they made us do our own individual routines, so this was my front pose. Again, decent muscle separation. Then we pivot to the back. We go out, down, flare the lats. One more, give it to them. Bang. Yes, please. And back round. Job done. For some strange reason, the camera was still in slow-mo mode, making everything more dramatic, and there was no sound. I had my usual post-show cheat meal, which was a Biscoff white chocolate cookie dough. Delightful. So guys, that is everything in terms of the result on show day. I finished second and I got a medal, but I finished second in a 2-horse race, which for me, I think is pointless and doesn't tell me anything either way. Like, I don't feel good, I don't feel bad, I feel neutral. Like, whether I finish first or second, there were only 2 people in the category, so I haven't really got a lot to go off. In terms of show day politics and whether or not I'll compete again, I'm gonna say I'm 90% sure I won't compete again. That has dropped from like me being 99% sure I won't compete again. So who knows what could happen in the future. There were a lot around show day politics and how natural the competition was. I'll discuss all of that in next week's video because there is a lot to go through. It did leave a bit of a bad taste in my mouth, but I'll explain more next week. In terms of my own personal goals and razor sharp, I did bring a better package to the stage, but I wasn't as lean as I've ever been. And that's what I set out to do on this journey. It was never really about the competition. I just used the competition as a tool to level up my body and my mindset. And so I'm gonna continue shredding for another 3 or so weeks and then book a DEXA scan at the start of December, maybe the second week of December, and then see where we're at then. In terms of the guy I came up against, he was better than me on the day. I lost fair and square and I just needed to be tighter. I came on probably around 10% body fat, in and around there, and most of the guys backstage were 8% and leaner. So I know the level for next time, if there is a next time. Oh yeah, before I forget, one cool thing that did come of the show is that I managed to land sponsorship with a supplement company called 10X Athletic, who sponsors some of the world's best athletes. I was flattered when a guy approached me at the show, said he liked the look of me because I hadn't even competed when he approached me. So that's quite cool. So if you go on their website, have a look, see what they've got to offer. If you like any of their supplements, put in JA10X at checkout for a cheeky discount. But yeah, that's everything. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it if you did. Subscribe to my channel to follow me on this journey, and I'll see you again soon.